Okay, so this is the last part of section 2.1. This is going to be doing more tangent lines. What we're going to talk about here, one of the fundamental concepts you're going to need to know, and it will come back again and again, the derivative is the slope of a tangent line. You might have more than one tangent line. So it's M. You find an equation of tangent line, and he always puts at least one of these on there. Find the derivative. Which is your slope. Then plug into point slope form. Okay, and we'll work some examples of this. So for instance, we want to find the equation of a tangent line. That passes through the point 3,6. And is tangent to f of x equals x squared plus 3x minus 3. At 1, 1. Okay, so the first thing we need to do then is find the slope of the tangent line, which means we need to find the derivative. So we're going to use the limit definition of this. So the limit is delta x goes to 0 of f of x plus delta x minus f of x over delta x. And so now I just put this in where I've got an x here. So I'm going to have x plus delta x squared plus 3 times x plus delta x minus 3 minus my original function. That gives me x squared plus 3x minus 3 all over delta x. So now I'm going to expand this term. X squared plus 2x delta x plus delta x squared plus, I'm going to distribute this in, 3x plus 3 delta x minus 3. Then I'm going to distribute in minus x squared minus 3x plus 3. And all of this is over delta x. Now if you did this right, all the terms without a delta x should cancel out. So let's take a look here. There's an x squared, and sure enough, there's my minus x squared. Now I come over, I've got a 3x here, and a negative 3x here. Sure enough, you cross them out. Then I've got a -3 and a +3, and I cross them out. Now, if you end up with a term without a delta x in it, don't just knock it out. You've probably made a mistake somewhere. Go in and find it. This is a quick and early check to see if you have done this correctly. So now we just write down what's left. So I've got 2x delta x plus delta x squared. You know there's not a whole lot left. Plus 3 delta x over delta x. And I'm going to factor delta x out of the top. So I'm going to have delta x times 2x plus delta x plus 3 over delta x. Now because I've got this times this thing, those go away. So I'm left with the limit as delta x goes to 0. You notice I got lazy and didn't carry it down until I got to this point. Of 2x plus delta x, since that goes to 0, that becomes 0, plus 3. So my derivative now becomes 2x plus 3. And that's the equation of my derivative. Now, in order to find what the slope is, we need to know our tangent point. You plug that in up here. Tangent point will either be given or you have to get it from a graph. But somehow or other you need to find the tangent point. So we knew we were at 1, 1. There's my x, I plug it in. So slope is going to be equal to 2 times 1 plus 3, which is 5. So that's the slope of a line tangent at that point. I know I needed to go off through that point, so it's real easy to do. We plug it in. My original point was, or the point I wanted it through was 3, 6. So I've got y minus 6 equals 5, x minus 3, and you're done. Okay, now, I know we were given 2 points. Remember, the point at which it's tangent has to be plugged into that equation to get the tangent point, and then you use the other point to get your equation.